Thank you, everybody, for coming to the Aaron Torres Podcast YouTube page. If you could do me one quick favor, see that little black subscribe button on the bottom of your screen? Go ahead, hit that little black subscribe button. Really does help this channel grow, my audience grow, and I appreciate it more than you know. Also, quick thank you to our presenting sponsor, Betfred Sportsbook and the Betfred Sportsbook app. Bet $50 on any game. Get up to $1,111 in free bets courtesy of the Betfred Sportsbook. Thank you again. Now, here's the video that you came here for. All right, everybody. Hi, back. Good to be back. Good to be back. Listen, college football is here. Week 1 really ramps up on Thursday. And I want to do something a little bit fun here, something a little bit different. So on Tuesday, on my website, AaronTorresOnline.com, me and the guys that I write with, the guys that work for me, whatever, we've been doing all sorts of preseason college football content, Heisman Trophy picks, playoff picks, et cetera, et cetera. And on Tuesday, we decided to write about our breakout stars of college football. Now, you saw some pretty familiar names, some names that you would expect in there. But I decided to go in a completely different direction, and I decided to pick as my breakout star of college football in 2023, Travis Hunter, wide receiver / cornerback / special teams guy at Colorado. And so I figured this isn't something necessarily for the Aaron Torres pod. We'll do a little bit of a bonus segment here on YouTube, but I do want to go ahead and talk about it because I think it's fun. I think it's interesting. And I think it makes for good content. Now, first of all, what I will say, I got a lot of pushback on social media, and I got a lot of pushback from my own guys. Torres, how can Travis Hunter possibly be a breakout guy? This was the #1 recruit in the high school class of 2022. He was a national talking point when he decided on National Signing Day to flip from Florida State to go to Jackson State, not only an HBCU, but an HBCU at the FCS level. This guy, everybody knows about him. Then, oh, by the way, when he enters the portal, he is probably, I would argue, I can't speak for anybody else, but outside of Caleb Williams, in this portal era, if he's not the best player, you can only argue Caleb Williams is the better player to enter the portal during this portal era. So a lot of people would push back. How can he be a breakout star? Everybody knows about him. What I would say first and foremost is this. One, his Heisman odds are like plus 3,000 at Betfred Sportsbook. So that's one. He's not, Quinn Ewers or Caleb Williams or Michael Penix in terms of the Heisman odds. But two, when I think about Travis Hunter, this is what stands out to me. We all know of, not we all. Some of you maybe watched him at Jackson State. Some of you have seen highlights. Some of you watch Coach Prime on Amazon. But what I would say is for the average college football fan, I think a lot more people know of Travis Hunter than actually know anything about him and have ever seen him play. I was thinking about this when I wrote up the article. I would argue that most college football fans either have never seen him play, maybe have seen him in highlights, maybe caught a series or two or a quarter in the Celebration Bowl. But there are probably backups and third stringers at Alabama and Georgia and LSU and Michigan and Ohio State that more people have actually seen than Travis Hunter. So you can't tell me that you can't be a breakout guy if most people have never seen him, even if they know the name. And why I think he'll be a breakout star is a couple reasons. One, he's certainly going to have exposure. Everything Coach Prime says, everything Coach Prime does, it is a huge story, and it is reflected in the TV schedule. Remember, week 1, Colorado is in that main Fox big noon kickoff. That is their big game, week 1, TCU on the road. Colorado is there. You will see Travis Hunter. Week 2, I should say. Also, big noon, their home opener against Nebraska on big noon on Fox national TV game. How about this? Week 3 against Colorado State, a game that would have been played on some weird streaming service literally a year ago. Would have been on the Pac-12 network. Nobody would have watched it. This year, ESPN, 10 p.m. Eastern, week 3 primetime. And then, oh, by the way, week 4 and week 5, you know who Colorado plays? At Oregon, USC at home. So you talk about a kid that is going to be on national TV every single week. He is going to be part of one of the biggest conversations in college football, which is what is Coach Prime? What is Colorado? How good are they? How bad are they? And then what I would also add is this. it's not just that he's part of it. He's going to be really, 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 really good this season at Colorado. Listen, you could, whatever. Some people like Coach Prime, some don't. I love everything that he's done for the most part since he's gotten really to college football 3-4 years ago at Jackson State, but certainly Colorado. But the one thing that you can't criticize Coach Prime for, he promised Travis Hunter in his recruitment, you are going to play on both sides of the football. We're going to use you in a way that nobody else in college football does. And Coach Prime delivered on that promise in year one at Jackson State. Now, Travis Hunter did get hurt. If you watch the Coach Prime series on Amazon, there was actually kind of a really sad moment in week one when Travis Hunter wanted to go. And Coach Prime was like, I can't let you go out there. I know you want to play. I know what's in front of your family. I know what's in front of your friends, but I can't let you do that. But after that, after he got healthy, he played a pretty big role as a true freshman at Jackson State. Finished the year playing as promised, both offense and defense, and was actually pretty effective in doing so. On offense, 8 games, 18 catches, about 10 yards per catch, 4 touchdowns. That included the Celebration Bowl. That was the late season game. Caught a game-tying touchdown pass to force overtime in what ended up being his final game at Jackson State, Coach Prime's final game at Jackson State, etc. And then on top of that, also played defense as well, where he had 10 pass breakups and 2 interceptions, again, in just 8 games played. And keep in mind, my guess is that most teams weren't really throwing the ball his way. So you have a really good player who is going to be playing on both sides of the football. I'm sure they'll get him out there on special teams at some point as well. And every single game that he is going to be playing in is going to be marquee. Now, I know what some people would say is like, well, I mean, what if Colorado isn't good? One, I do think they're probably going to be a little bit better than people think. I don't think they're going 10-2, but I don't think they're going 2-10 either. But think about it from either perspective. Even if Colorado's win-loss record isn't good, this kid is going to have 2, 3, 4, 5 plays a game that are going to make SportsCenter. So even if it goes sideways against Oregon, he's still going to have a play or two where he breaks something off. He does something crazy that everybody's got to talk about. And then keep in mind, imagine if Colorado's good, he will be one of the main reasons, along with Shedeur Sanders and maybe a couple other guys, as to why that is the case. So whether they're good, whether they're bad, people are going to talk about him. And I just think about how the hype train works sometimes, right? I was thinking about this. Did anybody else watch the coverage of Zachariah Branch earlier this week for USC? This is the true freshman, 5-star wide receiver, had a touchdown catch and a kickoff return for a touchdown. And did you see everybody go crazy over this kid in week 0? Now, I know it was week 0. There wasn't a lot else going on. But people were starting to compare him to Reggie Bush. Like the kid is great. The kid is going to be phenomenal. He's a 5-star. Enjoy him. But the hyperbole is through the roof for this kid in his first game because he had a kickoff return. So now imagine if Travis Hunter, let's just say against USC, 2 interceptions, a touchdown catch, 40-yard run on a revert. If we love to hype a Sam Hartman, a Zachariah Branch after one game, imagine if this kid continues to do it on both sides of the football for a 6, 7, 8 week, 9, 10, 9, 10, 11, 12 week stretch in the college football season. So I could go on and on, but I am here to tell you, I believe in my heart of hearts, Travis Hunter. I believe y'all know about him, but I believe you're going to get to know a lot more pretty soon. And the other thing, lastly, I would say with Travis Hunter is this. Great kid, great personality. If you watch the Amazon Prime stuff, if you watch his YouTube clips, you can just tell. Great kid, good head on his shoulders, sweet kid. I think he's going to be one of the breakout stars. I think he's going to be one of these guys that's great on camera, does great interviews, makes everybody smile. And then, oh, by the way, he's a killer when he steps on the field. That is why, in my opinion, Travis Hunter is a breakout star in college football.